Hi there, welcome to Lush Living. Today's topic is how to winterize your hands. I'm Katie Lush, the creator of Lush Living. Welcome, thanks for joining me today. I'm coming to you from Chicago River North Pilates, which is the studio that I teach out of in downtown Chicago. So it is getting really chilly here. I don't know how many of you guys are from around here, but our Halloween, we had the largest snowfall in history, so we're all a little bit more bundled up than typically this time of year. So I figured now would be a good time to talk about how to winterize some of our body parts and make them more adaptable to the colder temperatures. So starting with our hands. There's kind of two things I want to address even before we start to move them a little bit, but if your hands typically run cold, and I know there's certain people who just feel like they run cold, they run warm. When it comes to extremities, you have blood vessels, right? And you've got capillaries that distribute sort of all over your body. Well, you know, the capillaries do go all the way down into your hand and into your fingers. So what happens is if you don't use it, you lose it. And this applies to capillaries as well. If you underuse certain areas of your hands, those capillaries will actually they kind of cannibalize. They kind of eat themselves and then go away. Versus if you move, your fingertips or certain areas of your hands and you need the blood flow to that area, your capillaries will actually grow to help distribute the blood to where it's needed. So knowing that about, it's kind of gruesome, right? But knowing that about your hands really tells you a lot, that if your hands run cold on a regular basis, chances are you're underutilizing all aspects of your hands. Yeah. Now, Raynaud's, which is a separate topic, is the condition where you actually get like numbness and tingling and sort of like white areas of your hands and your feet. That's something different. It's an autoimmune disorder. It's kind of a separate health issue. I'm talking about just typical hands. Do they run cold? Do they run warm? And what can you do to winterize them? So we want to grow some capillaries. So how do we grow the capillaries in our hands? We use them. And we use them in a different variety of ways to move every aspect, even the teeny tiny little parts of our hands. So starting with, if you have a surface, I'm going to use the Cadillac because mine's a little bit squishy, but even a nice soft floor would work. I want you to try to, if you can come into a cat position, that would be ideal. But if that's too much on your knees, you can just simply put your hands on the surface and crouch down any way you can. And when you're in this cat position, you're on your hands and your knees. I want you to lean your hips back a little bit so it takes the pressure and the weight out of your arms. And then once you've done that, I want you to look at your arms. So, actually, so you can see me a little bit better, you're going to look at your arms, and you're going to start with your shoulders, and you're going to slide your shoulders down away from your ears. Step 2, you're going to look at your elbows, and you're going to straighten them if they aren't already, and then you're going to spiral the inner elbow to point straight ahead. Step 3, I want you to spread your hands out like big starfish hands and point the middle fingers straight ahead. Try to point the thumbs in toward one another as if you're trying to make like an L shape with your hand. And now maintain all those mechanics as you rock your weight forward onto your hands. And just see how they feel. Do the elbows want to bend? Do the hands want to adjust? And then try it again. Lean back, slide your shoulders down, squeeze your elbows straight, spin your inner elbows forward, wide starfish hands, middle fingers point straight ahead, thumbs point into one another, and then lean and rock your weight forward into your hands. And just try it one more time. Rock the weight back. Shoulders down, elbows straight and spun, wide palms, and then rock the weight on forward. It's intense. It should be intense for your hands. And then give that a little bit of a break, and then just shake your hands out and come out of that position any way you'd like to. So, people tend to complain that being on your hands like that is really rough on the wrists. I would just encourage you to play around with the arm mechanics, and then as the hands actually get a little bit stronger, it'll dissipate the forces out of your wrists. So, okay, I want to see. Hi there. Okay, so step 2, because that's a lot in your wrists, is we're going to stretch the wrists out. So you're going to turn the backs of your hands face into one another. If you can weave your fingers a little bit, try that, and then try to touch your thumbs together. I'll get a little closer so you can see. Okay, so I'm like this. Do a little shoulder roll so you know that you're not putting your head and shoulders forward. And then from this shape, slowly drop your hands down toward your lap, as long as the backs of your hands are still touching and your thumbs are still touching. And if your thumbs can't touch, up here. But if they can touch and the backs of the hands are pressed together, drop the wrists down toward your lap and breathe. So this is kind of stretching your hands in the opposite direction from that cat position earlier. And then from this position, slide the arms a little bit over to the right. And then slide the arms a little bit over to the left. So it just adds a little stretch to each wrist. And then repeat that again. Slide it across. Hold, maybe take a breath, check your shoulders, and then slide across. Whew. And one more. Slide across. Slide across. Yeah, you can kind of let all that go. Okay, so then you're going to test, and you're going to go back into your cat position. So you're back on your hands and your knees. You're going to rock your weight back. You're going to slide your shoulders down, squeeze your elbows straight, spiral the inner elbows, spread out your hands, and then rock your weight forward and just see if already it's a little easier in the hands and the wrists. And then just try that one more time. Rock shoulders down, elbows straight and spun, wide palms, and then rock the weight forward. Yeah, and already it should be a little easier. Okay, so step 2 is actually stretching your fingers. So take your right palm, make like a blade with your hand and tuck your elbow into your side, and then flip your palm so that the palm faces forward to me. You're going to use your other hand and you're going to grasp your fingers, and you're going to think of tractioning your fingers down to the floor, and then try to widen your right thumb out to the side. Yeah, so I'll get a little closer. This is what I look like. Okay, so then I'll go sideways. I'm like this. I'm going to push the heel of my hand and my elbow a little forward while I'm blocking and bracing my fingers, and hold and breathe, and I'm still working to spread my thumb out wide. So you feel a forearm stretch. Hopefully you feel some opening in the palm and in the fingers. Ugh. It's a big stretch. And then let that go and kind of wiggle the fingers around. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you make a blade with your hand, you tuck your elbow in, and then you flip your palm so it faces straight ahead. Fingertips are pointing to the floor. You're going to grasp your fingers with your opposite hand, traction your fingers to the floor, and try to spread that left thumb out to the side. And then you're going to push the heel of the hand and the elbow forward to give yourself a little forearm palm stretch. Meanwhile, I'm bracing my fingers with my other hand, and just hold and breathe. Yeah, because you're going to want to definitely breathe through this for sure. It's intense, all right? If you don't stretch your forearms regularly enough, it's intense. Good, and then let that go. Woo, okay, so that's already starting to get some blood flow into your hands, starting at your forearms. Your forearms might actually get a little warm doing things like that. Okay, so then you're gonna make a fist, and you're gonna tuck your thumb into your fist and make that same kind of elbow tucked into your side position. And you're gonna nod your hand down as if you're pointing your thumb to the floor. I'll do it from a side vantage point so you can see me a little better. and then back to neutral. So I'm nodding my hand down, the elbow's staying at a 90-degree angle, and I'm stretching this side of my wrist, the top edge, and then back off. And again, nod the hand down. It's kind of intense for what it is. Again, you kind of feel this whole kind of, I almost want to massage the top of my forearm, and then gently back off. And then you repeat that again. Tap or tilt it down. Oh, ugh. And then gently back off. So then let that go for a second. Do the opposite. Make a thumbs up, and you're gonna grab with your other hand the base of the thumb as low as you can get, like a joystick. Keep the elbow tucked into your side, so lock the thumb in position, and you're gonna try to nod the hand down. It's not gonna move very far. And hold and breathe. And just stay. Again, kind of intense. You can kind of feel it maybe running through the base of the palm. And then from here, spread your hand out wide, kind of making like a starfish hand. And then curl the fingers back in. And then repeat that again. Spread the fingers out wide. Curl the fingers back in. And again, spread the fingers out wide. Curl them in, hold the curl, and then try to push your pointer into your palm. Oh, so intense. Try to push your middle finger into your palm. Hold, back off, and then ring finger pushes your palm. Ugh. And then pinky finger pushes your palm. Woo! And then spread out one more time. Spread your fingers, and then curl it back in, and then let that hand go. And I usually have to shake it out, but it's significantly warmer, which means some blood flow definitely went down to my fingers. Okay, so same thing on the other side. You're going to make a fist by tucking your thumb in, curling your fingers over it. Tuck your elbow into your side, making a 90-degree angle, and then you're gonna nod the hand down, stretching the top of the forearm out, and then gently back off. And again, you nod the hand down, stretching the top of the forearm, and then gently back off. And again, nod, nod, nod. Whew. And usually one side runs tighter than the other, so if one feels like it needs a little bit more time or a couple more repetitions, do that. And then back off. Okay, so then we're gonna do thumbs up like a joystick. You're gonna grasp the base of the thumb as low as you can possibly get. Hold the thumb in position and try to nod the hand down. Oh, and hold and breathe. This is typically my tighter hand. So fun fact, I'm left-handed. This is my right hand. So my right hand actually tends to run a little bit tighter, either because I don't use it enough, which is actually not true, or I actually use it in odd situations, like when I'm opening a jar, I tend to use my right hand. So I don't know if it's just living in a left-handed world, if there's something about my right arm in general that just organizes better. I don't know, but something to be aware of. And then from here, spread your fingers out wide to a big starfish, and then curl the fingers back in. The thumb is still locked in place. The hand is still nodding down. Spread the fingers out, big stretch in the thumb. Curl the fingers back in. And one more time, spread. Yeah, and then curl it in, and then hold the curl, and then you're gonna press your pointer into your palm, and then your middle finger into your palm, ring finger into your palm, pinky into your palm, and then spread. Woo, and release. Holy cow, that's a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, but just make some fists with your hands, little jazz hands, and see if already you've got like more limber fingers and hands and wrists. Okay, so then let's revisit the cat one last time. So coming onto your hands and your knees, and we're gonna add one extra element. So, hands and knees, you're gonna rock and lean your weight back again. You're gonna slide your shoulders down and squeeze your elbows straight. Spiral your inner elbows forward. Spread your hands like those big starfish. Now, can you push every knuckle and every joint of every finger down and almost squish your surface? So because my surface has give. I can almost push my hands down like a memory foam mattress. Now, maintaining some of that, I'm gonna rock my weight forward onto my hands, and it's a lot of pressure through my fingers, but I can really feel my forearms recruiting, which I think I actually need more of. And then rock back, take a little reprieve, shoulders down, elbows straight and spun, wide hands, push all the joints of your fingers down, and then rock your weight on forward. Woo! It's intense. It's really intense. I can feel how my elbows want to bend. And then try it one last time. Rock back, shoulders down, elbows straight and spun, wide hands, smush those knuckles down, and then lean your weight forward onto them, and just hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And then take a break, and then see how your hands feel. Are they warmer? Are they looser and freer? If you repeated this on a regular basis and you didn't have capillaries in some of those areas of your fingers, you would end up growing them, right? Because you would need the blood flow to help do some of these shapes. So it will help bring more blood flow, make your hands naturally warmer, and then boom, you have winterized your hands. So hopefully that helps. Try it for a couple days, see how it feels. If you have that arthritic thumb, which a lot of women tend to get, this will help with that. If you have sort of neck, shoulder tension issues, this will help with that. And then of course, if you have cold hands, cold, stiff hands, this will help with that. So that's it. That's it for today. It was kind of a short one, but hopefully you learned something. If you have any other questions, please let me know either in the comments or you can just shoot me a note through Messenger. I'm always kind of around on social media. If you want to learn more, I'm going to link to this in my weekly email. So you can go to my website at katylush.com, KATYLUSH.com, and you can sign up there for my newsletter. I've got some really exciting announcements coming up between now and the end of the year. We're launching a new product, so I'm very excited. So if you want to learn when that happens, sign up for the email. That's it. Have a great Wednesday. Get outside and move those hands. Take care. Bye-bye.